Count money, man. Stack riches. Try and told him I'm a beast, bud.
What's up, gang? Welcome to the Grindcast. Simon Arias here. Get ready, it's a new day.
So for all three of you guys, where did you see you guys 5 years ago from today? Where did y'all see yourself 5 years from now? All three of you. Tristan, go first, dog. Looking like a lawyer.
Where do I see
Looking like a lawyer?
I don't even know if I'm like
myself 5 years from today.
No, 5 years ago.
Prior.
You know, like
Dang,
if you looked at yourself, if you're 22, when you were 17.
I just want to stand up. Judge, I didn't do it, Judge. I didn't do it.
Yeah, it was a fine line between that, but also for me, Rich was different because I never really I experienced tastes of it, but I didn't know because I was so young when my dad had accumulated a lot of wealth and then he went away. So for me, I was like, man, 50 grand in a year. It's similar to Simon's story. I used to think, man, if I want to get to 50 by 30 and like 100 by like maybe I could get to 100 grand and everybody's set.
Right.
Now it's like if we make 100 grand for like the quarter, it's like, oh my God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so for me, that's where I saw myself as like, please, can I make 50 grand and like do something without needing college in a sense? Cause I despised sitting there in school. I feel like I'm just an active motor. So I think it's pretty short, but I think making 50 by 30, so 50 within that 5 year time frame when I was 17, I was praying for that.
What do you think you got out of taking this route versus going to college? Because now you're 22. That means you would have put in 4 years, of college.
Yes. Like,
how do you think you're in a better situation than you would have been if you just stayed in college?
Well, factually, if you look at what business has done for me over the last 4 years, I've accumulated $1 million. So I don't know. I think it would be difficult to do that in college to make $1 million. I've made $1 million.
Absolutely.
So 100%. Not saying it's not possible. I got the most valuable thing in the world, and I got time. So many people, very wealthy people, they don't tell me, they want more money or, they want more cars. They want more time. So for me, it's like I saved myself 4 years. I feel like billionaires would probably give me a few billion to just to go back to 22 with what they know now and restart.
Right.
Yes.
Time. So time is what I got.
How about you, Spence?
So 5 years ago today, I was 16, and definitely what was going through my mind was if I would have said at 16, where will I be in 5 years? I probably would have said as much as I despise school, just like Tristan said, because it was never like I couldn't stand school, but I thought that was the only option.
Right.
So at 16, I was just thinking, well, it's going to stink, but I'm going to be sitting in probably community college when I'm 21 years old, still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with whatever type of degree they give me or whatever type of degree I can qualify for.
And how do you think, if you look back on it, now you're 21 years old, what situation do you think, like what are things like for you now that you don't think it would have been that way if you didn't, transition into business?
So, I spent 1.5 years in college, and I've also spent just about 1.5 years here. So comparing the two, well, first off, I had no money for food or any activities or anything like that while I was in college. So there's a big difference right there. I got a lot more money doing this than I would if I were in college. And the second thing is, I don't want to say free time, but time doing things I like with people I like to be around. Here is 100% true. I love what I do. I love every single person in the office because that's the culture we have. Versus in college, I would spend all day doing stuff I didn't like schoolwork, surrounded by not my friends or not like people that are just like me working with me. So as far as just general atmosphere and culture too, being here and doing what we do and what I do now just makes me 10 times happier than how I was feeling when I was sitting in class 10 hours a day doing stuff I didn't even like to do anyway.
Love it. How about you, Spataro?
Pistaro. Tell me your story.
5 years ago, man, I was 18 years old. I was a baby in the business. I was like a year before I started the deal. And 5 years ago, I was going out of community college. Actually, I went from Kings playing football here in PA to a community college right there up in New York back home. And to be honest with you, I had no clear direction. I really just saw myself just working at like a local finish line or just flipping shoes, flipping, clothes. Like that's really where I saw myself going and transitioning, maybe opening up a store, in the near future. That's really where I saw myself, 5 years ago before I really found this opportunity at Arias Agencies. Didn't really have any clear direction at all. I just knew that I wanted to do something great. Just knew I wanted to make a lot of money and create an impact. So I didn't really have any true destination at that point.
You just wanted some money, basically, right?
That's it.
No vision.
No vision.
Yet of something big. That's awesome, man.
Now,
and now what do you think, like Spence, how what do you think things are looking, how different would it be if you were,
different route,
would have went the college route?
I wouldn't know how to invest into a business. I wouldn't know how to write a checkbook. These are things that I didn't learn over my 2 years of school, going to college at the time. I would have thought that investing into a business was more of an expense rather than an investment if I wasn't in the actual business itself, in all reality. So getting that hands-on experience is what I would have really missed out on, which in all reality, you could watch a YouTube video on how to hit a perfect, curveball, but unless you sit in front of the machine and start hitting curveballs all day,
right,
you ain't gonna get the best experience. So for me, the biggest thing was the experience being gained throughout the time.
Love it, man. Love it. In addition, what I'm proud of for you guys is that we're not, we bring up the money and, you hear things like that. But, I was telling Perm, earlier today, I think our edge is that we really just focus on developing the whole person more than anything. Yep. Our culture is one where you just get rewarded and encouraged for developing yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. And the finances are last. And it's like, man, how can I help this person mentally, get them in a better place? I tell people your goal should be to be in the best shape of your life here. So I don't care whatever you look like or felt like or read or did, whatever your best shape of your whole life, mentally, physically, spiritually, you should be in it here. This should be the best you've ever been in your life if you're following the system properly, because we really care about the people's life developing. How are you going to be as a dad? How are you going to be as a mom? How are you going to be as a parent? How are you going to be to other people as a leader? What is your character, being developed as, all those things. And what I'm proud of is I see you guys subscribe to that. You know what I mean? So Spence, give us a peek at like, what does your mind, body, spirit situation look like? Are you investing into that? What does your routine look like? And how do you think that's helped you?
For sure. So before I started here, I remember getting on a Zoom meeting with you, Simon. It was me, you, and Mark. And you told me once I come here, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, all of those within 6 months, I'll be crazy developed, crazy better than where I'm at right now. And that couldn't have stood more true. So starting with spiritually, because I think that's the biggest one for me. Before coming here, I was obviously spiritual. I was a believer, everything like that. But really, it was only to the extent of my mom would pick out my church outfit Sunday morning, throw it on my bed, and take me to church with her. But that was pretty much it.
That's all you had.
So I was consistently going to church, ritual stuff. Once I came here, and it was, mind, body, spirit, mind, body, spirit, mind, body, spirit. Instead of before, like the only time I would pray or read scripture before is if like I wanted to go to some like Kennywood or Steelers game and my dad wasn't giving me money for it. So I'd start praying, please let me get this $40 or something like that.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Almost praying as like a reaction. I think one thing I learned here, instead of being reactive with prayer and reactive with spirit, I'm proactive with it. So
let's go.
Every morning since I've been here, reading Proverbs, just like Simon teaches us, praying, writing down prayers, and praying for stuff that, I need, that I can lead more people to Christ, rather than praying for selfish stuff like I was before I came here. I think that was like the biggest change and the biggest.
Didn't you guys recently have somebody get baptized over there?
Yep. Two of the people we had come down here and start working, no church before they came. Now they love the church. 2 of them got baptized, and we roll like 10 heads deep every Sunday too.
Unbelievable.
So it's pretty fun.
Unbelievable,
Now,
bro.
Tony, I got to ask, man, why does Simon call you Scarface, Papi?
What's
this about, Papi? Huh? Tell me.
I'm not sure. Ask Boss Man.
You don't.
He don't even know why. Okay,
don't know why?
so I'll tell you why. So obviously the like, you know what I mean, the last name Spataro, the Italian vibe.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
the
saying?
vibe.
And all smooth.
Yeah, smooth cat, ain't he? When he had that Lambo.
But
Remember that
I remember, you know, a few years back, he wore like a button-down, you know, shirt, and he had a few different chains.
Oh.
Like, you heard 2 chains?
Yeah.
He had at least 2 chains.
Two
I can't
chains.
remember how many chains, but I think it was
3.
at least 2 chains, a little bit of chest hair,
Oh.
you know what I'm saying?
Was he showing it?
Some gold shining.
Oh, nah.
You know, reminding me of
cufflinks?
some of the gangsters in
Yeah.
Youngstown. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
like, all right, we're going to call him Little Scarface.
Little Scarface.
You know what I mean? Because I'm a nickname person. So that's
Yeah,
how he
love
got
that.
That's how he got Little Scarface.
Well, now you know, brother. That's
Pause
why
on.
your name was Scarface, dog. You should applaud that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of nicknames, off the cuff,
Uh-oh.
can anybody here
This is one.
Tell me
One
first?
chance.
This
One chance.
is just a warm up. This is not really impressive, but I want to see. Does anybody know? Tristan, you go last. Does anybody know Perm's real first name? Spence,
I think I might know it.
take a stab at it.
Is it Jose?
You got it,
You
brother.
know why, though,
You
Spence?
got it.
How you know why? How do you know why right now? How you know?
I know why, because he was emailing me this morning.
That's
for one
right.
of my sales
Exactly.
reps.
That's only how you know why,
I love it.
brother.
I love it.
emailed you this morning.
Okay, now here we go. Is your middle name on that email?
No,
Because this
it's
is
not.
the real
No,
one I want to
uh-uh.
see. Does anybody have any idea or want to take a guess of what Perm's middle name is?
That's the one right there.
Middle name for Perm. 3
This is the
guesses.
executive council.
3 guesses. Okay? And if you hit it, we're going to donate from the Grindcast. We're going to donate $250 to a charity of your choice.
Boom.
Okay?
Here we go.
If you can get this one
If
today.
you can
Let's
get
see.
it.
Let's start with Spencer. And we're not going to give yes or no because the other ones can use
Correct.
this, you know what I mean?
Nothing. No.
If you both tie, then I might double up on it. So let's see, Spencer.
Just one.
You get 3 guesses.
3 to all 3? Okay.
3 guesses. Everybody's
That's-
going to get, but we're not going to tell them
the
if they're
last
right or
person
wrong.
know- Okay, go. Got
Spence.
it. Got it.
All right. I'm going to say my first guess is going to be Terry, Terry. I don't know why I think that. I just feel like I heard something with a T before. So Terry Thomas is my second guess, or Travis,
Something with a T. You're sold that it's
Next one.
it's one of those 3.
I think.
Okay. All right, Spataro.
I'm gonna say Francisco, Carlos, and Jorge.
Nice.
Nice.
Guesses.
Real nice. Real
Okay.
nice. Real close.
Tristan.
I know we said it at executive council. I feel like it's F.A.
Okay.
I am
That's
the
one.
boss, so
That's one guess.
It's kind of nice.
You got 2 more guesses, unless you think you don't need them.
Man. Dog, I'm out of blank.
You sticking with Hefe.
Hefe. Bakambabile.
All right, Giovanni, you got these noted? Okay, so Spence, one more time. What was your guesses? Terry,
Thomas, and Travis.
Terry, Thomas, or Travis? So we think we got Perm like a country name.
Yeah, I like that.
Travis.
Hey, Travis.
Perm Travis.
Perm
Okay.
Travis.
All
Sounds
right.
great. Come on.
Little Scarface.
I said Francisco. I said Jorge. Forgot the other one I said. to be
Definitely,
honest with you.
definitely Carlos.
Carlos.
Definitely going.
Carlos.
You're definitely going with the hardcore Hispanic
Yeah.
middle name is what you're banking on, and then
Jorge, yo soy tu papá.
and then Tristan went with the double nickname. He said I think it may just go Perm, Hefe, whatever
That's
the
it.
last name
Yeah,
is.
that's it.
We're just okay.
That's it.
So
unfortunately,
we're not going to tell you what it is because we
No,
got to keep it
can't
rolling.
keep it
But
going.
none of those were right.
sorry, no one got it.
Nobody
No
got
one.
it. Nobody got it.
Nine
Nice try.
tries.
I'm
That's
impressed with the Jose though.
I did.
That was
I
good.
did.
That was good.
Only because this morning me and him was back and forth. But if not for this morning, Mr.
What was you
Spencer-
saying about these two before we hop off? You was asking me, joking around.
yeah.
You asked them yourself.
Spence, I gotta ask, homeboy, like, what's up with your tight shorts, dog? You like them tight shorts, baby? Them small shorts? Like, what's up with them?
He got them big old thighs.
Yeah, you like to
He
show
got
them
them big
legs,
old thighs.
From Lululemon.
Huh?
I like the 7-inch inseam from Lulu.
Oh,
Those are his go-tos. He looked like he looked like a rugby player. You know what I mean? He got a little tree trunk. Now he got a tan on him in Florida. You know what I mean? Probably grease him up a little bit once in a while to celebrate a big win.
Baby oil or no? Or it's like
I use the banana boat, the 4 spray.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I know
banana
it's gotta
boat.
be good.
Okay, I think that's the brown bottle.
Now, Tristan, we got to find out for everybody knows because sometimes they might not know. They're looking at you wondering, what nationality is this guy? I just don't know. Hey, so what are you? You know what I mean?
What do you think he is?
I mean, I don't know. You know, sometimes they see like, man, he got rough hair, but he looks. What is he? Is he from like India? I don't know. Like, what is he? Should be he working like at an ABC store and like, hurry up and buy. I don't know. Like, what's up?
What do you got?
Yeah, no, I'm just black and white.
I love
my
it.
dad's black, my mom's white.
Keep it simple.
Simple. Love it.
I like it.
Mulatto.
Peanut butter and jelly.
All right, so now for the last one. So, do you guys, now being here, do you guys think that you guys, like, working so hard, did you guys miss any parties from, like, hustling and doing what you're doing now? Like, from doing what you're doing now, did you miss anything important than parties?
I think you stumped them all, Perm.
Yeah, they're off. They're like,
what are you talking
they
about?
have that just went out
Can you
the
hear
blue.
us or are you confused?
Let's say it again, buddy. Sometimes it's rough. I'm gonna say it slower.
Good.
Okay, so go.
That was cool.
Sorry
All right,
about that.
go ahead, Tristan.
Simon just
Let's
hit
see.
the switch. Go ahead.
Yeah, so for me, I feel like right off rip, like simultaneously, I feel like the interview was like I like sold my soul. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like,
All in.
There was nothing I wasn't willing. Nothing. There was not a thing I was not willing to do. So a little party was not.
Like,
You know what I
Tristan,
mean?
man, we got
Wasn't
this
gonna
big
keep me
party
from
coming on,
getting
man.
to my dreams
Don't go to work,
and taking
bro.
care of my
Come
mom.
hang with me, man. Come on. And he was like, nah, bro. I can't do it. Come on, Tristan. We have a big party, bro. Listen, we need the Delabic in this party tonight, bro. We need your 12A abs to be there. You coming in or no?
Negative.
Oh,
that would
man.
be negative. That would be a negative
man.
on me,
You
brother.
ruined the party, brother. Come on. We need
You're
you.
hilarious.
We need
dude.
you.
I was mean too. When I first started, I would have been like, "You need to fix your life. You need to come work here." You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
So
Like, if
funny.
you talked to me, you were getting recruited.
But that's a big thing
good.
that
Yeah.
your buy-in of all in. I think the buy-in of all in is critical because sometimes people put their toe in and they wonder why they don't get the results. It's like, well, once I'll commit once I see more, and it's like that's almost like saying I'm gonna be loyal to my girl. Like 6 months in, once I realize, like then it never really even becomes a relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like you got to go all in
All the
first, and then the results will usually follow that commitment level. As long as you're committed for at least 12 months. So that I think that's a nugget. Let me ask you one more thing before we wrap it up, man. What are some things that you feel like you can do now that you couldn't do before you started here? With this company, and I'll go Spataro, Delabic,
Cool.
Spence.
Cool. So some things I could do now is really just spark up a conversation with anybody. Like my people skills have really developed over the last 4 years of talking to different types of people from all different walks of life every day. My people skills have really brought out of its shell itself. Number one, I think that's one of the biggest things that I've gained out of the opportunity itself was, my communication skills with others. But other than that, I mean, I would say really, what I've gained here that I would say I couldn't really get anywhere else is really just the type of environment that I'm in. These types of leaders and these types of individuals I'm with, it's one of a kind. Didn't really have that sort of like parenting, growing up like I do here in the agency, like that father, mother figure, growing up in the deal and business. Those are the two things I would say I can't take for granted here that I've gained.
Love it, bro. How about you, Tristan?
So I think for me, I mean, obviously, I think immediately, basically, there's so much, you know what I mean? Like Spence said, like eating. I remember growing up and there being like no food in the house.
I love that you went to eating because you love food. Bro.
Yes,
you
you
love
do.
eating nice food.
I don't know how you keep
like,
that
I ain't
back.
gonna spend too much, dog, but on the food, bro,
But right here,
we're gonna
it's
blow
on
it
me.
out. Keep it coming.
Yes.
Desserts keep them coming all the way, turned up, every
My
one of them.
favorite thing is when Simon and Perm, when you guys come to town, I'm just excited to go eat, man. I'm just sitting there thinking, what me and Perm like share a plate. You know what I mean? He's like, you done with that? You done with that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like we already know what's cracking. But yeah, I mean, I think that I go real basic. You know what I mean? Lights. I wake up and I'm just grateful. For me, I'm just grateful. There's a lot of basic things. Just have my own place. You know what I mean? The electricity and everything. I ain't never got to worry about none of that. You know what I mean? It sounds very basic, but it means a lot to me, and to see that happen.
How many Jaguars you got, dog?
I have two Jags, but
one wasn't enough. We just said I'm 22,
I need a second.
so I need two of these.
I need a white
we're
one.
just all twos this
Red
year.
one,
Two
white
of these. I couldn't decide.
Nah.
I take a pair of both,
Yeah,
like
I need
tennis shoes.
two of them, please.
Is what you
Yes.
get.
Red and white.
Okay.
yes,
Just making sure.
yes, it's got two Jags.
Be careful.
I got something excited planned here in the next year or two. I want to take after your lead and see if I can't run a contest and do something around one of them
Chicago
Jags. So we'll
and give
see.
them. Okay,
I'm
I
gonna
like
run
it.
by UNC.
I like it.
There you go.
I like it,
Come
man.
on.
My vision for Chicago that just blinked into my head is, my favorite. I think maybe my favorite athlete of all time might be Mike. Even
Yes.
though I'm a football player, I'm a jiu-jitsu junkie, all of that stuff, dog. I'm like, I ain't even a big hooper. I liked hoops. I was solid at basketball, but dude, that Mike iron, that just Mike eye the tiger. We ain't gonna see a game 7. I'm putting it all away. Put the team on my shoulders. You know what I mean? Bring them all back. Just the stuff that he inspired me so much, man. Remember I had you watch the Jordan stuff, Tristan. Back in the '90s, bro. Like stuff you watching stuff when you wasn't even born. I wanted you to have that in you going to Chicago.
Yeah.
The vision is we got to get Mike there.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Got to get Mike there.
100%.
I don't care what it costs, dog.
You got to get Mike there.
Not only like the cars we gave away, that's great. But I'd rather have I'll trade the Lambo for Mike. I want to get
Yes.
Mike. I want to get Mike Jordan in the house somehow, with us. And so that's a vision that I'm speaking into reality right now. What's up, Spence? Talk to us.
So the question was, what can I do different now than before I came here, right?
Correct.
Yep.
So Tristan, he nailed he hit what I was going to say. I was going to say food, because one thing before coming here, going into a gas station, I was always with my boys and I'd be like, yo, you want to toss me like 50 cents so I can pay for this Gatorade? Versus now, like if we go to the gas station, it's with my friends, grab whatever you want. I'll grab whatever I want. We don't have to look at the price, throw it up on there. It's on me. So that's one thing that I think I take for granted. But like thinking back a year ago, even small stuff like that, I wasn't able to do. So that's on the smaller end. That's one of them. Another one, agreeing with Anthony, the communication skills. I think being here for a year has super, super duper helped my communication skills. Like I can
Everywhere in life.
Yeah.
So that's another one. And then what I think, if I were listening to the Grindcast before I came in here as a young listener, so if there is any young listeners, one thing that would stick out to me is like the flashy stuff. So before I came, I didn't have my own car. I just drove my dad's Honda Accord that had dents and scratches in it. Versus now being here for a year, I was able to I bought my first car 6 months in. It was like a 2015 Mercedes, bought it cash. Traded that in only a year. The one thing that's majorly different is I got a Range Rover now. Only been here for a year.
Sick.
So
What color?
that's like the biggest difference, being here versus being at home. That's like the biggest thing I'd say.
Is the Range Rover. You look good in that Range Rover,
What
too.
color is it, he said? Is it white?
Oh, it's red. It's red with big black rims. I love it.
Like a candy
I like
red. You'll like it,
with the
Perm.
red.
Apple.
Ooh, with the black
like
and
candy
red.
apple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you'll like it.
Black rims
You'll like
with the red calipers.
He's smooth.
Watch out.
He's smooth
Sexy
with it.
cat.
Be
Come on,
careful now.
Prince.
Don't go get married on me
Yeah,
and stuff.
watch out now.
Because you going to have to beat them off.
Yep.
With that
All
car
day.
and them tight shorts he be wearing, dog.
Ooh, they coming for you.
Forget about it.
Let me get the range.
So look, man, you three, I'm just wrapping it up, man. Super proud of you, and hopefully there's some people out there in and out of our company that we can encourage. Not for everybody. I'm not saying F college or hate college. It's like, man, there's different strokes for different folks. Just know that if there's something in your heart that tells you can do something else or do something more, don't always feel like you're forced in a corner to do something, and don't be afraid to get out of the box or whatever it is, and believe and bet on yourself a little bit.
100%.
So if you feel that in your heart, and you three exemplify that, and I couldn't be more proud of you for the growth that you've shown inside out, which is why you're growing out and maintaining the growth is because the internal growth is a priority to you, and I'm so proud of you guys. So Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Grindcast. Share this. Get ready. It's a new day.
Count money, man. Stack riches. Try and told him I'm a beast blood.